Hi there. Welcome back. It's Susan with Fed Up Over 50. If you're new here, hello. This is my video diary of my journey to lose over 80 pounds in a safe, sustainable way at the age of, be 59 next month. And I'm going to try and get this recorded before the thunderstorms get too rough. But it is a week 11 update. I can't believe we're almost through 3 months already. But before I get into the update and my numbers, just a quick disclaimer. This is a personal journey. These are things I'm sharing that work for me. I'm not a doctor, nutritionist, or any kind of medical professional, and I'm definitely not a substitute for one. So before I get into how the week went, I just want to talk a little bit about, are you a food addict? I know I am. And I had a great example of that this weekend. Saturday, I just wanted pizza. Now, pizza is one of those highly palatable trigger foods that a lot of people have, along with chips and cake and French fries and all kinds of ultra processed stuff that lights up our brain like we've been sniffing the white stuff. And there's plenty of science out there talking about that combination of sugar, salt, and fat that really triggers that dopamine and makes it addictive. And some of us are more sensitive to these foods, and it's not like we can just snack and move on. We have a little bit and we need a lot and we keep going. Well, pizza is one of those for me, and I had some on Saturday, and of course I couldn't stop at 2 pieces. I get that first one in and I just keep going. So I ended up with 4 pieces of pizza. Okay, fine. I had enough time in the day to realize that's the route I was going, so I planned accordingly. And in that day, as far as calories went, I was only over my 1,600 calorie budget by 75 calories. Not a big deal. But man, oh man, did I feel awful. Especially the next day. I woke up on Sunday ravenous. I could have eaten my own foot. And that's how it goes with me. So certain things I don't have in the house. One of those is Oreos. If there's a package of open Oreos, I cannot stop at one. As far as chips are concerned, I've spoke about it in the past that I've had chips and cookies, but I haven't had the ones that light me up. And that would be Doritos Cool Ranch. I have an open bag of that, can't stop. Pringles sour cream and onion. I eat half the container, or almost, sometimes I've eaten the whole canister in a day. So I'm not having those in the house. And now seeing how pizza affects me, and I think it affects me more now because I'm paying attention. I'm tuning into my body. And after I eat stuff, I'm like, well, how do I feel? Am I tired? Do I feel energized? Do I feel comatose, sluggish, bloated? And that pizza triggered me to be ravenously hungry. And Saturday night, I was kind of like, kind of looking for something. I didn't indulge because I knew what was happening. I'm like, okay, that little sacred combination that lit my brain up is now kind of got to run its course. So the next day, I just made sure I ate high protein and cleaner, got right back to where I was on my plan, and continued. So if you have those foods that absolutely you cannot control yourself over, it's not your fault. They really, there's a chemical reaction going on in your body, and it's like a drug for you. So if you can, just keep them out of the house, keep them away from you. I have other options now that don't do that to me. If I get kind of snacky and want something crunchy, I have these dill pickle flavored pretzel sticks, and I eat a serving of them, and I'm fine. I don't want more. So I picked up some peaches while I was in Georgia, and they were so good and so juicy, so sweet. But you know what? After I eat one of those, it's not like an Oreo cookie where I need to eat the whole bag of peaches. I'm satisfied, and that's that. So I think one of the things that's really helping me is the nutrition. It's feeding my body. I'm going to show you a few pictures of the way I've been eating, I'm making these huge salads, and the bottom of the salad is filled with spring mix and arugula, and I throw in tomatoes and cucumbers, and then I have, my protein, and I've been on a garbanzo bean binge, so I've been throwing them on top, a little bit of feta cheese. Sometimes I use the dried cranberries because I like that sweetness mixed with the feta. And when I eat these giant salads, it's just so satisfying. And being protein heavy in my meals, getting vegetables in, getting as much whole one ingredient foods as possible, it's over time changing my palate, changing those cravings in my head. I feel more in control for a change, and I'm looking forward to what I eat. I won't eat anything I don't like. I'm not doing that. I enjoy my salads. They're gigantic, but they keep me full, and they give me energy, and I feel lighter. So if you're having trouble with those hardcore cravings for chips and sweets and junk food, don't drive yourself crazy. Try and start feeding yourself better, and give yourself some real nutrition, and see if that helps you with taming those cravings. Just a little tip. I think it's, so far it's working so well for me. Okay, so how did I do for week 11? Got all my steps in, and I'm over 10,000 every day last week. I'm just more motivated to get up and move. I go for walks. Sometimes I just get up and move around the house more, do some cleaning. I do kickboxing workouts, walk at home DVDs, those Leslie Sansone ones from like the 90s. Love those. And I do my resistance training. I use workout DVDs at home. I have Jillian Michaels. I have Denise Austin. I have dumbbells, and I mix it up. Sometimes I do Pilates. Sometimes I do more ballet stuff. From feeling a little tight, I have classical stretch DVDs. I have a whole arsenal. So I'm using everything I spent money on. I have my own gym going on, and depending on my mood and my energy level, that's what I do. So that's working out. I have stuck to my calorie deficit even with the pizza. And I have not gone beyond 1675, and that was on Saturday. Other than that, I'm at my 1600 or slightly below, but I'm staying the course on that. And my protein, that was a little shaky this week. I had 2 days where I was very low. But other than that, the rest of the week, I was from 99 grams of protein all the way up to 150. So it's becoming more of a habit. And as far as my points, I did not go in the negative again. I ate well, and I was able to stay within my points budget, even including the weekly points and activity points. I still had some left over for the week. So if you're a Weight Watchers person, you can eat really well and not go over on your points. So I'm working the plan. That's what I'm doing. I picked a plan and I'm executing it. Do I do it perfectly? No, I don't. I'm a human being, and sometimes I make better choices than others. But what I do differently is I have something that's higher calorie or higher fat or just wasn't really the best nutritionally. The next meal, right back where I need to be. So that's working out really well. So how did my weight go? Okay, this morning I weighed in at 217.7. So I am down 0.5, but that's okay. That's a win. It's still a loss because I can look back at all my data and I see I did everything I set out to do. I was in my calorie budget. I was in my points budget. I did my movement. I did my resistance training. It's one of those things. Am I retaining water? Yep. I got the old compression socks on today, and it's working. So just stay the course, pick a plan and work at it. And you don't have to do it perfectly. Just do it as consistently as possible. Have more on point days than off the rail days. And it's like a muscle. You build it and you build it, and things become more habit. The rain's here and the storm's here. So on that note, if you're enjoying this content, please hit the like button, subscribe, share. I look forward to all of your comments, and hit that little notification bell to be notified whenever there's a new video. And I thank you so much for watching and being here with me on this journey. Until next time, have a great week. Bye-bye.